Hello there, and welcome to House of the Dragon Review, Episode 3, Second of His Name. Joining me as always, the Sith Holocron Naomi. How you doing?
Yeah.
It is I, the Jedi Holocron Tyler. We're here to discuss Game of Thrones! House of the Dragon. The Queen.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra Targaryen. First of... I don't know if she's first of her name. Probably not.
Probably not. Are any Targaryens really first of their name?
Yes.
Other than Jon. And
Jon Snow?
Yeah.
Oh, his name was Aegon.
Yeah, but his real name is Jon.
Yeah. You want to know something funny?
Jon Targaryen.
Jon Targaryen.
That just sounds so funny.
Do you know what my biggest takeaway from this episode was? That no matter what happens in this life, I will unapologetically be loyal to Targaryen women. Because they deserve the world, and it's their world for the taking. Fuck everyone else. I don't give a fuck.
Women. And here we have another example of big simping out here.
No, like, she's getting fucked over by everyone.
No, I'm literally also agreeing with you because I am also big simping.
Yeah.
I don't believe that simping is a bad thing here.
Yeah. The two Targaryen women I know we've been introduced to in significance, adore them. With everything. Yes, but I am big simping.
You're just really missing Dany. I get it.
I am. I think Secret Lab, they make gaming chairs. I think I'm going to buy the House of the Dragon Targaryen one for like $600.
Where are you going to put a gaming chair?
I usually have one in here when you're not here.
Your room is like
I don't know where I'm going to put it when I'm sleeping and shit, but like...
Your room is like the size of a cubicle.
Yeah.
It's pretty absurd.
And it's just full of shit.
It is just filled with thousands of dollars of shit.
Yes. Funko Pops, Hot Toys, statues, Pokemon cards, plushies, TVs, consoles, everything.
Small bed.
Art, as much as I could fit on the walls.
You just have so much shit.
Yeah, I need to buy a house.
You do.
So support us on Patreon.
Speaking of buying a house.
Lannisters want to build a dragon put for us Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen. Rhaenyra.
I kind of love how even back here, even back in time, the Lannisters are still just trying to weasel their way into royal.
Less blonde, but yes, still as Weasley.
Yeah, less blonde.
Not as good at doing their Lannister shit, but they'll get there.
They're not in the stride.
They can't. They gotta wait for Tywin to come around for that.
They gotta wait for the boy to come around.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of the episode?
It was really good.
Yeah,
I liked seeing all the stuff.
It was funny because when I was watching this episode, until the end, I'm like, oh, this might be the weakest episode of the season so far. And then we got the big battle at the end. I'm like, okay, never mind. I lied. This might be the best episode of the season so far. And then also on the rewatch today, I think just the one thing this episode was missing for me, which I think we'll get, is I need to see more of, like, obviously Rhaenyra hasn't really been talking to her family the last 3 years actually, because, like, it takes 9 months to have a kid. Like, it's been like 3 years.
That is how science works.
And, like, I wanted to see her have, like, a intense conversation with Alicent. I feel like it's the only thing that we were missing, but I think we're going to get that eventually. Yeah. I think they're only going to continue to grow apart.
Yeah.
And I think maybe when they're older, too, we'll have more. Because rumor has that episode 5 will be after episode 5, the second half of the season, they'll all age up. And I'm hoping, like, during those we still get, like, flashbacks of, like, the younger kids, like, like, moments since we've skipped time so many times.
Of the 7 and 10.
Yeah. The 3 episodes have covered, like, 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Almost 4.
They're setting expectations early, like, hey, don't expect slower pacing.
Yeah. But it also makes sense, too, because we're more focused in this show.
Yeah.
And also, like, this is how it kind of happens in the books, too. Like, in the book it's based on. And I'm like, good to know that they just fucking run fucking... They were fighting the crab guy for 3 years, and they really never got anywhere.
Man, caves are wild.
I know. That's how you beat a dragon, caves.
Caves are OP. Well, it has to be a cave without a big entrance.
Yeah, and you have to have, like, numbers.
I think, yeah, you also have to have, like, a lot of archers. Because otherwise, I feel like the dragon could just, like, stick its head in the cave and just smoke them out.
Yeah.
If you breathe enough fire in there, the smoke will kill everyone.
Yeah.
You gotta have the archers ready to fucking go.
To keep them off a little, yeah.
To just kind of annoy the dragon, really.
Yeah,
Caraxes didn't get hurt at all.
No. Really just annoy the rider, too, because he was just like...
Well, and he got hit once.
Yeah.
I guess that's, you know, once they become full grown, they're immune to arrows.
Yeah.
Because none of them even, like, pierced Caraxes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Drogon and them got, like, pierced.
Yeah.
Like when... Oh, those were spears that were being yeeted at them in, like, the Colosseum.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Those were maybe a bit sharper. And also, he wasn't full grown.
Yeah.
Teenage, those in his edgy teenage years. Yeah, I love Bloodworm. Caraxes,
yeah. The Bloodworm. Yeah. All the dragons are cool. Dragons are just cool. I'm excited to see... I think we see, like, a few more this year.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to be, like... I don't know. I feel like there's gotta be, like, a dragon fight.
I mean, I would hope so.
Like, where they fight each other, like...
Dragon
Because, you know, Daemon's gonna have to fight somebody in the...
In the sky.
You know. And it's also really funny that Daemon was... It's really funny that he's just, like... So prideful and so, like... insecure that he's like, fuck it, I can't have my father help me. Or my brother help me. Like, fuck it. It's worth dying for.
I would rather die.
It just makes me sad, though, that Rickon didn't read the history books well enough to learn how to zigzag from arrows. Like, you should have learned from the Battle of the Crab Feeder and Daemon. Like, did he not read, like, you gotta...
Could Rickon read?
I don't fucking know, probably.
He was a kid at the beginning of it, and then he was on the run for years, and then he was abducted.
I feel like the Starks would have made him learn how to read.
My headcanon, he can't read.
Yeah, that's why he didn't know how to zigzag.
That's why he didn't know how to zigzag. He can't read.
Yeah.
What's he supposed to know? Honestly, I feel like most characters in this universe can't read.
Yeah.
Illiteracy rate back in medieval times was like 80%.
True.
Only if you're nobility.
Yeah. I feel like Catelyn and Ned would have made them learn how to read, though.
Yeah, but Rickon was like a very small child at the beginning.
Yeah.
He was very young.
He never had time to do the history books. So, like, first, you gotta do
knight
learn stuff and sword stuff, and then you'll learn how to read if you need to.
Well, first you gotta learn the alphabet before you can read history books.
Yeah.
It takes a little while to get to the reading comprehension to read, like, a book about ancient battles.
Right. I'm kind of starting to like Daemon, though.
I mean, I like him as an antagonist.
I enjoy watching Daemon. Like, I don't know if I'm rooting for him, but I love him being on screen.
I like him as an antagonist, but I don't side with him at all.
Yeah. And like you said, he kind of fills the Jon Snow void.
Of just, like, being a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he was really tearing through them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He kind of fills the Jon Snow void left in my heart, like, for now.
Just somebody who's just an absolute monster.
I need Kristen Cole, though, to fill that void.
True.
The Night... I like him way better than, like, as a person
than Daemon. Yeah.
Daemon's a very interesting and compelling character.
And
Matt Smith's awesome as an actor.
I mean, Daemon's a compelling antagonist.
Yeah. I mean, I still think the guy I want to die the most in this show is Otto Hightower, but...
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucks.
He weaselly little fucking shit.
I kind of feel
And the Hightowers don't really exist in Thrones, right? That's like a new house for this, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't really... They're not a house that doesn't seem around.
So they get fucked.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, we know, like, them, the Valyrians, aren't around.
Well, yeah, but... I'm just glad.
And all the dragons, like...
I'm just glad that the Hightowers... I just wish Alyssum could...
I like Alyssum, though.
I like Alyssum a lot.
Yeah. I kind of feel...
I feel really bad for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She got charged with grooming her best friend, potential love interest's father.
Yeah.
And then had to have sex with him.
Yeah.
More than once.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Do you know who I also feel really bad for? I kind of feel really bad for Viserys.
He's in a shit
because
position.
he can't win no matter what he does. Like, he's being manipulated by everyone except the one guy who's actually trying to give him good advice. And so he does one thing to make him happy, which is marrying Alicent after his wife dies, and that just ruins his relationship with his daughter and everything else. And then he has a kid, which fucks up everything with his daughter even more because of the thing. And he has everyone in his ear being like, you gotta make Aegon the king. You should have your 2-year-old marry your daughter. Like, you should, like, doing everything in his ear to make sure. And he's just like, no matter what he does, he doesn't win.
Yeah.
And that's why I really like that scene of him by the fire, just, like, losing it. He's like, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. He's fucking smashed and, like, drunk, and he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very unenviable position to be in.
Yeah. But I don't think he's a bad king.
No.
He's not a good king, but, like, he's trying.
I mean, he's a lot better than most of the kings we see in the franchise.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it kind of reminds me of how, like, at the beginning of Game of Thrones, it's like, oh, you know, King Robb is, like, really not a good king. Mm-hmm. But then at the end, it's like, he was kind of the best out of all the kings that they had.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of the best ruler out of everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like Viserys is in a very similar position.
Yeah, because
he's, like, a little feckless, like, he doesn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, that's better than...
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Because they're similar in that way, because Robb was the first one to have, like, try to have civility during his rule. Like, he tried to end the madness, and then he's like, I don't know how to do this. It's been madness for hundreds of years. And this is the same thing as this guy's had no conflict for hundreds of years, and now there's conflict, and it's all family related, and it's fucking him over.
Well, and I like how Robb was like, he was very much like the rebellion in Star Wars, where it's like, he was there to win, but then once he was actually in control, it was like, oh, fuck.
We have to roll now.
What do I do? I was here to win a war.
Right. And then he had then most of the people in his camp were really just there for, like, other than Ned not having his back, like Cersei.
Yeah.
And, well, in this case, it's funny, was like, his family blatantly doesn't have his back, and they're the more dangerous ones, unlike, like, I feel like Daemon's more, there was no, like, Daemon in Robb's era. Like,
yeah.
And the people in his era were more, like, behind-the-scenes people, like, the Ottos and, like, the Littlefingers of the world, and what's the bald guy without a dick's name? I almost said Viserys, but it's not him. That's the king. Varys, yeah. I knew it started with a V. It's very similar.
Yeah, I had Viserys stuck in my mind, too. I was like, that's not his fucking name. What's the eunuch's name?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, you know, yeah, and, like, Robb's brothers at least had the decency to wait to try and take the throne until after Robb died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Stannis.
Stannis was awesome until he killed his daughter.
Until he burned his daughter alive.
He was the true right heir.
He was, literally, yes.
He had the most claim, and then he killed his daughter, and like, I don't want you to rule anymore.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Shireen, the queen.
Yeah.
She was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like in this setting, why the fuck would anyone want to be the ruler?
Yeah, it's just,
like, torturous.
Yeah. I mean, like, it doesn't seem that, like I said, there was peace for so long. Like, it just seemed, like, boring until...
Like, yeah, but there's, like, you know... you can't mourn your wife for that long. You gotta go get plowing more. Like,
yeah.
And then, like, you don't get to pick who you marry. You gotta, like, you have to do all this... You have to sell your kids.
Yeah, that's like the conversation Rhaenyra had with Kristen, right? On the...
Yeah.
I walked away during that part, but, like, I remember from watching it the first time, like, he was like... At least you get to choose what you want to do with your life. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like the best position to be in any, like, medieval setting is to be a knight.
Yeah.
You're high enough that you're not, like, just a commoner that's going to die by the plague,
mm-hmm.
or just get murdered by literally anyone because no one gives a shit about commoners.
Yeah.
Like, you're a little elevated, but you're not, like, to the point where you have to, like, sell your children for standing.
Yeah. That's true.
And you don't have to get pressured into marrying a 12-year-old. You know?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck wants to be the king?
Right.
In this setting. I get it in other settings where the kings, like, can kind of do whatever the fuck they want, and there's no real, like... there's less like of this bullshit.
Right.
This setting, it's like no one should want to be the ruler.
Yeah. Even like, does the king really find his method of hunting as king fun, where everyone just does all the fucking work for you and you come and just stab it? Like, the fuck?
See, King Rob changed that.
Yeah, King Rob's like, I'm gonna go fucking hunt for myself. Fucking like, who the fuck, like, who gets fulfillment out of that? Fucking, like, that's some king shit. You know, if you like being king, you get fulfillment out of that. Like,
well, you know, it's like it's the only thing he's known.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's very much like a King Rob scenario where it's like, well, we can't risk him getting killed by, like, something that he's hunting.
Yeah.
Like, he's the king. You just can't just send him out hunting.
True. That is true. You don't want him to die.
But then I also agree, it's like, well, then why the fuck even bring him out there to stab it?
Just, like, bring him out there and then, like, protect him, but, like...
Just have someone else kill it. Why does he need to go out there to kill it? He didn't do any work.
Yeah.
He just poked it.
Very true.
It just seems like a, you know... kind of the whole concept of everything in this show is that tradition... tradition. These traditions are awful.
Tradition is such a interesting concept in, like, anything, really. Like,
yeah.
I think there is some value in tradition, but there's also, like, a lot of dumb things about tradition. Like, at a certain point, there's certain traditions that it's like, no, this is stupid.
Well, it's also, like, you know, I feel like it comes down to, like, rigidness. How rigid in the traditions someone is. Like, you can respect and, like, be knowledgeable about the traditions, but then, like, just be a normal person.
Yeah. Like, tradition and unwritten rules are just the weirdest thing to me. Like, you know, like, even, like, yeah, they're like, he's gotta be your firstborn son. Like, nah, my daughter can try to dragon and she's a badass. And
well, that just comes down to misogyny.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
Yeah, gotta love medieval times where women are just breeding slaves.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
Which is funny because I think
I love when the fucking... Like, when the Hand of the King was like, no, Aegon's the one being robbed here.
Like, how do you see that?
What? It's very accurate, though. They don't view women as human beings.
Yeah. That's what's interesting about this, like, story period, like, this period of time for storytelling. Because I feel like it's very ripe for compelling female characters.
Yes.
And, like, because, like in Game of Thrones in this show, like, all my favorites are, like, the women. We got fucking Arya, Daenerys, Brienne. Like,
it's so, like, dangerous for them to just exist.
Mm-hmm.
In, like, medieval eras, being born as a girl is, like, a death sentence.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And that's why we root for them so hard. We want them to win, like, every time.
I always want queens.
That's why, still to this day, I stand by Daenerys after everything she did. Y'all gonna vilify her after any other king would have done the same shit, you know? Like,
I stand by what she did, I just don't stand by the pacing of it.
Yeah.
So quick.
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand her.
Give us that all drawn out. It's fucking the most tragic arc of all time.
If you give us, like, a season of her, like, reaching that point, instead of it being, like, almost instant...
Yeah.
Then it would have been awesome.
It's like in 3 episodes, she loses Jorah, Missandei, her dragon, and, like, on top of everything else in her life.
No, yeah, like...
that's more like, we see, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Like, it's absolutely understandable to go down that route, but then it's like, it happened so fast that it just gave everyone whiplash.
Yeah. That's why, because, like, that I feel like that was always there. That's why people are, like, laughing people that named their kid Daenerys, even though they knew it would be part of the story. I'm like, shit, I'd stand by that shit. And also, who gives a fuck? It's a beautiful name. Like, who cares? Like,
if you want to really get down to semantics, everyone's named after a serial killer.
Yeah.
And there's no name on this planet, like, unless you create one of your own, like fucking Elon Musk. But otherwise, every name in the world has been the name of, like, a bad person before.
Yeah, just because that guy's name's Winston doesn't mean, like, Winston Churchill related, like, you know, like...
Yeah, you know, every name comes from a bad place.
Yeah.
Most of them come from the Bible.
Yeah.
That's the worst place!
The worst place! Yes.
Most white people names come from the Bible, and that is the worst setting to live in.
Yeah.
I would much rather live in Game of Thrones.
Than the Bible.
Just saying.
Yeah, at least we could have swords.
At least at least there's a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, but the whole fucking hunting scene was weird. But I get it. No, I don't. I get the hunting scene's purpose, but I just hate, like, bro, you're not having fun. This is not a fun way to hunt. Because I love I forgot what the word is to what they do with that. Because I don't know how, like, what the word is, but, like, they don't find the white heart, but Rhaenyra finds the white heart, which is, like... Symbolism of her being the true queen. Like she's the one. Like, you're trying to get this one to signify, oh, it's Aegon's birthday. Like, but no, Rhaenyra saw it.
The only thing the king did in the hunt was show up to kill the heart, and then also he sniffed shit.
Did the king do that? Was that the king who sniffed the shit? I don't remember.
Yeah, the hand handed him some shit, and then he sniffed it, and he was like, oh, still fresh.
Oh, yeah.
All he did was sniff feces and then stab an elk.
Yeah.
Also, they said the elk was the old symbol of, like, the ruler. Isn't that the Baratheon symbol as well?
The stag is the Baratheon symbol.
That's kind of the same thing as a heart.
Kind of, yeah.
They look identical.
Yeah, they're all deer.
They're all deer folk.
Stag, elk, fucking hearts. I've never even heard of a heart really before today.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm dating my deer lore. I may have sadly grown up in a Republican family, but we weren't hunters, and I've converted them mostly. My core family.
I wasn't part of the deer hunting community.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. Not a big deer hunt. Not a big hunting family.
Yeah, so I don't know enough about that stuff.
I don't know if hearts are real. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just made up.
I didn't grow up in that kind of hog family, you know.
My house crest is the hog. Speaking of hogs, the one that tried to kill Rhaenyra.
Oh yeah. It's
the same one that killed Rob.
No, it died.
It's the same one.
She killed it.
It's the true Kingslayer. It's the same pig.
This episode was truly remembrance of Bobby B because we got a drunk king and then a hog and a boar almost killing people. Hunting. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bobby B.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bobby.
I'm telling you, it's the same hog. It's the same bloodline, at the very least. That hog's bloodline.
Sure.
Headcanon, that hog's bloodline is the one that killed Bobby B.
Yeah, sure. I accept.
Yeah, I like Tristan. Tristan? Was that his name?
Yeah. I honestly thought they might fuck.
So did I.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the end game.
I can't comment.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know...
You know the family tree.
I know who she has a kid with. Mm. But, like, I don't know who she marries.
My headcanon is her and Alyssa.
I mean, that's what I'm rooting for.
But now
yeah, that'd be weird now.
Now it's her stepmom.
Yeah.
God damn it. Fucking Hand of the King piece of shit.
Yeah, fucking...
Man. I feel like Hand of the King is, like, the most dangerous person.
Always, yeah.
Always
playing games.
Like, that's just a dangerous position.
It's, like, literally the person with the second most power in the kingdom, honestly.
And no one, like, suspects them.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of whisper in the king's ear.
Yeah.
Hey, your daughter should marry your 2-year-old son.
It's so fucking weird.
I'm glad that Viserys just fucking laughed in his face at that.
He's fucking just turned 2.
And they're related.
Yeah.
Not that that matters for Targaryens, but...
Yeah.
Ugh. They really had to step up the pedophilia of the king's guys, like, demanding pedophilia. They really stepped that one up a step further this episode. We need to learn the name of the guy who was like actually giving the king good advice.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know his name.
The only one who doesn't give a shit about his own fucking political gain.
Unless we find out he's just like riding hard for Valyria, but like, because he is all he suggests, but like he is suggesting the most strategic advice without what seems to be without. What's the word? Like
without like trying to advance
without
himself.
an agenda,
yeah,
like his own agenda other than the kingdom.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Valyria supremacist. I mean, but also the Valyrians have dragons.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna Google if Sea Smoke's actually
Sea Snake.
I thought it was Sea Smoke.
Oh, Sea Smoke the dragon.
Yeah, if that's actually
like his
dragon.
I mean, I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it's Laenor's dragon.
Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I thought the Targaryens were the only ones with dragons.
Nah. Well, I mean, like, they're part of the Targaryen bloodline,
In a way.
In a way, yeah.
All in the family.
Yeah.
This is where, like, royalty birth defects come from.
Yeah.
Like, in real life as well. Royalty-specific birth defects. Wild.
Truly wild.
Yeah. I liked, I liked when Daemon just beat the shit out of that guy.
Oh, yeah. He was so fucking upset.
That really startled me.
Yeah. The way it was shot was really cool with the music and, like, it was kind of, like...
Numbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like, muted a little.
That whole lead up to, like, the fight was like that. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Good episode.
And I feel like the crab feeder looks like he's been dead for, like, 80 years.
Yeah.
Like,
he's hella, like...
He is a demon.
Yeah. In the best way, though.
He was the first White Walker.
He was, like, the most disgusting yet coolest looking dude ever.
He looks like a horror video game antagonist.
Alright, I want a Funko Pop of him.
With crabs.
Yeah.
A couple of crabs on the side.
Yeah. Just crawling up his leg, like he controls them. Like he's like Ratcatcher, but for crabs.
Crabomancy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We miss anything? I feel like we covered a lot.
Yeah, I feel like we got it.
I think this is our best episode to review yet.
Yeah.
For Game of Thrones, I think so. That we had a good discussion.
Yeah, we actually stayed on topic.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think I had one other point I was gonna make about Rhaenyra, but like I don't remember what it was.
I love her outfit.
Yeah, she always be.
Alicent always has really good outfits.
Yeah.
As well. Man, dragging a like seemingly like an 8-month pregnant woman out into the woods.
Yeah. Did we talk about her calling out her dad on all his bullshit about like how, he's constantly this whole episode trying to get her to do things for like standing, but like she's like, you married Alyssa Hightower, that wasn't for standing, that was for love. We kind of mentioned that because like
I mean it was, yeah, I feel like it's also a little unfair on Rhaenyra's part because, you know, the options were marry Alicent or marry a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Little unfair on her part, but I get it. You know, your dad's dicking down your best friend.
Yeah.
That's pretty upsetting.
Also, like, that if that the other way would have happened, we would have had, like, 5-year time jump before, like, the kids came and the drama started. So, he would have had less political drama in his lifetime.
Yes. But he would still have people demanding that the son becomes...
Yeah, it would take longer.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have ruined your relationship with your daughter.
Yeah. Or your daughter and her best friend's relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see them, like, have, like, a big discussion. Listen. And
yeah, that's why I really hope we get soon.
That's so sad. Fuck Otto Hightower.
Yeah, fuck that.
True villain
arc.
I need him to die by the crab feeder.
Yeah, we'll just go feed him to the crabs. So, Damon's crab feeder now that he killed the crab feeder, so...
Whoa, the mantle has passed.
Yeah, so he can take him there. But it looks like in the preview they name him King of the... What do they name him?
Of something.
Of something, which is, is going to be a problem. Another king. We're getting into Game of Thrones territory. We're like, we got the King of the North. We got, like, the...
So many kings.
So many kings claiming their power of their area.
So many kings, so many thrones.
Yep, he has his own little crown. Should be... interesting.
I like the idea, or like, I like how so far, like, the North has not really ever been mentioned.
Yeah.
The North's always just kind of doing its own thing.
Yeah.
Never involved in the drama.
Right.
They're just like, hey, we gotta guard the wall.
Yeah, we gotta
That's
worry
about
the
it.
wall.
Gotta worry about the wildlands.
The wildlands. That'd be cool to see Winterfell in this show, but... Oh, one thing I want to mention.
I want to see Casterly Rock.
Yeah, I think the only time we see it is like one shot from the outside briefly, and then we go inside, and it's like... I think it's when we see what's her name. I don't know. I think we only see it like very briefly in Game of Thrones.
They've mentioned it a few times, and like Tyrion wanted to get Casterly Rock, and then Tyrion told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
And like, I want to see Casterly Rock.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want to see more of...
I do want to see Winterfell in this time period, too.
Yeah, I want to see more of, like, the castles. Like, the other castles.
Yeah.
Outside of the Red Keep. Mm-hmm. The Red Keep's awesome, but I want to see, like, the variety of castles.
Makes sense, yeah. Also, shout out to the casting rumors going on for Season 2 of the show right now. Elizabeth Olsen being rumored to be in talks for the show. And also Henry Cavill. Do you know who Henry Cavill is?
No.
Man of Steel Superman. Geralt of Riviera in the Witcher TV show. Interesting, like big name people.
If Scarlet Witch...
Elizabeth Olsen, have some respect.
You know I don't know people's names. If she is put in a Game of Thrones property, you will coom every week when we watch it.
Imagine if she's a Targaryen, too.
You will
And she's blonde hair.
Every week.
Yeah.
It will, just so you know, when Season 2 comes around, I'm going to be the one doing the reviews because he's going to be basking in the afterglow of his coom.
Yeah, I won't be able to...
You ain't going to be able to contain yourself.
Yeah, it'll be traumatizing. It'll be good. But yeah.
The not so good it traumatizes you.
Tell us what you think in the comments below. Did you like this episode? You liking it more or less than Lord of the Rings? Tell us what you think. We don't watch Lord of the Rings because I don't care about Lord of the Rings. And like, subscribe, share, comment. And
who do you side with? Who's the true heir? Who do you side with?
And leave in the comments who's the true heir. Rhaenyra,
Aegon,
or Daemon. Until next time, all men must die.